Hey, what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? This is interesting. Ebro.
What are we doing?
Well, my guess is you know very little about Riff Raff.
I know nothing other than what I've heard and what I'm seeing today.
Well, we have the enigma known as Riff Raff on the program. Riff Raff, what would you say people know you most for? Bird on a Wire and just various other craziness?
Song wise, probably the Chief Keef song I dropped like 8 months ago that got like 5 million plays and it's on some radio stations that Cuz My Gear. That one there, the Bird on the Wire. I dropped like 90 videos last year. That's
90 videos.
So I have some questions.
Okay, hold on. Can I just set up your questions first?
Yeah.
So it doesn't go. Ebro is an old man.
who's that?
Him.
Okay.
That
He's the
guy.
program director here.
All right.
He doesn't know much about you.
Okay.
He's probably apt.
Y'all set this up. Y'all.
No, I didn't know.
No.
No. Sype just met you and liked you, and I already.
No, I wanna hang out with Riff Raff.
Right.
And hear you do what you do.
Okay.
This part,
Yeah.
don't hold against
So,
me.
so
All right.
listen. So,
Oh, I'm about to get grilled.
like I
right
said,
here.
and like I said, I have. we
They
have a
just
lot
call me just chicken wings.
That's
I'm about to
fine.
get-
I love.
They got see how they got me in this box right here. And they about to
No, and for me, I told you I was talking about you last week with Asher. Like we have a lot of mutual friends.
Oh,
I just want,
okay,
so
yeah,
I just wanted to
on
fuck
the
with you.
Harry Fraud project, yeah.
I've heard good shit. Ebro heard about you coming here and was very curious. That
All
said, Ebro, respectfully, what are your questions for Riff Raff?
Respectfully or not, I grew up around a lot mixed race people of all different types, right? Like my mom's white, dad's black. So meeting white people that act quote unquote black, right, is not a new phenomenon for me. And nor do I necessarily agree with the whole acting black thing. But when I saw Spring Breakers, the movie, I was told that, what's the actor's name?
James Franco.
Yeah.
I was told that the character he's playing in that movie was
Basically
loosely
Riff Raff.
based on Riff Raff.
Or a Jack, or a full-fledged Jack.
Right. He definitely got some quote. He definitely has some word for word quotes of me. Yes.
Right. So
Really?
I was
full-fledged
and so
Jackman.
sometimes my fear, and I guess this is where my understanding is, because I don't know your skill set as an artist, right?
Right.
So I don't know if you're a great rapper or a shitty rapper or what I like you musically. I have no idea. But when I see what you present, right?
Like with a huge MTV tattoo on his neck.
It looks to me as a stereotype of a certain type of black person. Now, like I said, I don't know nothing about you.
Right.
But I do want to understand if what you're doing is serious or a costume.
This is a good conversation. I'm gonna let y'all know.
This is great. A lot of people wonder this about
good.
Riff Raff. This is great.
And if I was some type of joke or some type of actor, I wouldn't be here at 7 a.m. ready to describe this. Or I would be like, oh, I can't handle this. This is good. This is
Right.
good. So that's a serious question.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna let you know all these aren't stickers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? These tattoos, these aren't stickers. You know? And my money, my jewels, the reason I get jewels, the reason I get back-to-back chains with diamonds and stuff, if somebody playing around, what they're gonna do is maybe go to the middle of the mall, buy some duplicate chains, buy some whatever that they think that somebody else would buy. Me, all my songs, 90 videos, all original songs, all original beats. Now, am I flamboyant? Am I over the top? Maybe.
Well, let me ask you. Let me be more.
Let me finish.
Well, I
real quick.
know. What, real quick. Is the style and your dress indicative? Because I don't even know where you're from. Where you from?
Houston.
I'm from Houston.
So is the way you dress and your style indicative of influence of your friends, and this is just how you and everybody around you dress?
I grew up with listening to Swisher House and Paul Walk, Millionaire, Slim Thug, all them. At Big Tyke, I was riding around with AD. He's in jail right now. You know, like that flashy, flamboyant style. Not goofy though. If you notice some white people, whoever you want to quote unquote whatever, you know what I mean? I can see from all angles, from third perspective, all that. For somebody looking in, they might be like, oh, he just some goofy white boy, blah blah. This is a Breitling watch. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit I be doing.
It's so crazy.
You feel what I'm saying? Like the shit
Well,
I be doing.
I'm laughing. No, but see, I'm
The
laughing.
shit I'm doing ain't a joke.
But you have to understand it is though, because you just sat here and tried to tell me that I should think you're serious
You don't have to
because
think I'm
you have
serious.
tattoos and
You don't
a
have to.
Breitling.
What I'm saying, you don't have to take
The
them
way
serious.
you dress is like somebody. Listen, in the hood, the reason you would see men, and it was predominantly black men, dressing flamboyantly and with jewelry, is because they come from an environment where they had shit. So then they would hustle and sell drugs, and the way they could make themselves feel better about their circumstances was to overcompensate by spending all of their money on jewelry and cars and clothes, because your environment was such shit that the only way you made yourself feel good was having some fresh shit on, right? So now I'm saying to you, don't justify what you're doing by just saying, yo, this is a real Breitling. Talk to me about who you are as a person, where you from, your experience.
Okay. So now I'm being grilled on my past. Let me tell you, I dropped out of school.
Okay.
All that. I'm not a pity story. That's the thing. That's the whole thing about where I come from. What I do is when you have people constantly telling you ain't shit. Constantly telling, like, how you coming at me with that? You think I haven't been through this before?
100
I got
times.
constant shit coming at me at all angles. You ain't shit, or you a joke, you're da-da-da. Why? Because I hang out with people who I want to have fun with, so then they think that I'm like them, just because I'm trying to be around people who are having fun. So I get grilled with that. I get, are you a parody? Are you this? That's why I do that. The reason that, now let me take it back. The shit I do is permanent. That's why when I say talk about the tattoos, I'm talking about this. It ain't a joke. Now, when I say that, you don't got to take me serious. I'm here to have fun. I've had a lot of shit in my past, but my story isn't to be told. I'll write a book when I'm 50 years old and I'm done doing what I got to do, and I'll tell all my past stories and how people put me down, shit on me, spit on me, put me in a grave.
So you're from the hood. You're from the suburbs. You have rich parents. You have poor parents.
Let's
tell us the story. Paint the picture.
See that's selling my book. Now, what I can tell you is that I dropped out of school and nobody helped me, and I had.
You sold drugs. You pimped girls.
I can't tell you all that. What I tell you is all I can tell you is I do everything for me. You know what I'm saying? Now, have I had no money? Had parents with no money? Of course. I came from a poor family. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So for me to buy jewelry and do this shit, I'm not talking shit to nobody. Mm-hmm. But there is people who have money, black, white. I've had. When I was growing up, I grew up in a mixed area. I live in Houston. You know what I mean? I don't live there now. I'm from Houston. So when there's every race, Chinese, Arabian, black, white, mixed races. You know what I'm saying? But the people with the more money, they're gonna shit on people with no money. Mm-hmm. So, I'm not going to sit around that in high school and all that shit. I'm going to go get my money.
Here's what I think. Let me jump in here real quick. I think one thing that he's trying to ask without trying to question everything you've ever been through is that in wanting to know if it's authentic, he's saying, like, I guess it would put him somewhat at ease. And people like him, and I relate to the sentiment as well.
This conversation, I'm not running from it. This is good.
No, I know. But knowing that, like, the fact that you said, because you said it real casual, like, yeah, of course I can't come from poor parents. That's not an of course. So to people like us, we may think what you do, if you came from the background of some kid who's fucking rich, we might think that you're mocking it and that the whole thing's just copycatting.
No, I would say you're mocking it. Because here's my shit. My shit is this. Even like a Trinidad James, who we talked about his fashion and buffoonery and gold and all of that flash. Like, to me, right? People put on uniforms every day, right? This beard, the hat I choose to wear, my sweatshirt, whatever. This is how the uniform, the costume, if you will, I choose to put on, right? What you're wearing right now is what you chose to put on to represent an idea, right? So the idea that you're representing to me comes from neighborhoods in the United States where traditionally it was uneducated people who decided to sell a substance or pimp girls or whatever, what have you. So to overcompensate for the fact, once again, that their environment was shit, they would go and put on gaudy material because it made them feel good about their circumstance.
That means you'd prefer that him be an actual person from that circumstance and not a rich person imitating that circumstance.
Exactly.
That's what I think he's saying.
And I don't even prefer that. But if I was to accept it and understand the rationale, I would understand that rationale. But I'm not even one dude who loves all that gaudy shit. That's just my personal shit. Other people like it. So I ask you this. In the environment that you're from and the people that you're around, right, if they were wearing polo and button-up shirts, would that be the outfit that you would choose to represent yourself, to say that I want to be a part of this culture, so this is how I'm going to look?
My mind frame is honestly, I don't even like being around people. So for me to take initiative or take anything from the outside world and bring that in, unless it's something positive, I can remember being a kid and watching Vanilla Ice, and it made me smile. I can remember watching.
See, like it to
I
me,
can
you're
remember
the
watching,
new Vanilla Ice, though.
I love it. I love that.
So that's what you going for.
No, I can't say I'm going. I live day to day, but what I can tell you is this: I can remember seeing Vanilla Ice, and then through time, he stopped being Vanilla Ice, and
Or you could argue that he started being himself. He was perpetrating that once. And then he began.
But guess what? Me, I can remember being 7 years old and I dressed the same way. I had the same ideas in my mind, and I'm living my destiny right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing.
This isn't gonna go
This ain't
away.
about Vanilla Ice. This about me. And I'm that one. I do trap music. I do all that shit. I do whatever I feel like doing because it's in my brain. I don't got nobody write my lyrics. And that's why I freestyle.
Now,
I love doing
and
this
that's
shit.
I'm glad you brought that up because now that we know that you're not, now that we know you're not from a drug background, right? The term trap, right, references a scenario. Well, let me finish.
Okay.
References a scenario where you're in basically a drug environment, and it was called a trap because everyone knew that it was a drug place.
Yeah,
so you're basically in a trap.
Yeah, but now it's a genre of music, no?
But you see what you
That's
just
where it
did?
came from.
You just said I didn't come from a drug background. You
Right,
already
but you're
cut me out of there
making
because-
music. But you're making trap music.
No,
so to me-
that's what you said.
No, you said I make trap music.
I know, but I didn't say that I didn't. But you just said
He didn't say that he wasn't from a drug environment.
exactly.
He just didn't say what his environment
See
was.
what you
He said he's
just
from a
did?
poor
You just
environment.
took me. You
So
said
you are. So you are from that.
I can't incriminate myself.
I appreciate that response.
Yeah, because we have a lot of rappers who come up here.
But you see what you did. You try already. Maybe your mentality, the way you trying to put everybody in boxes. Maybe you know
No,
what I mean.
I 100% put people in boxes. I like to know where people
Okay.
stand.
Well, like I can't tell you where I stand. All I can tell you, I'm looking to have fun and not have nothing negative around me at all times. But I want a lot of money. I want a lot of women. I want a lot of drugs around me, and I want to have fun. And I don't want no police.
I
and
like
want
you
no
now.
heaven.
I like you now.
That's what I want.
Now I like you. I like the fact
That's
that
how
you
I
don't
live.
take yourself that serious. I can go
don't.
there. My concern still is that I believe that people are making fun of you,
It's okay.
and you're fine with that.
I don't care about that. As long as I got money, as long as I got fun, as long as I got good friends, I'm good. And as long as the people around me are happy, I'm good.
I mean, I guess that's commendable.
I'm not.
yo,
I
I
don't
didn't know
focus
nothing-
on the past. All I focus on is
I didn't know nothing about this dude until, let's say, 2 weeks ago. My man put me on to me. He said, "You don't know about Riff Raff? Go look him up." I looked him up. I said, "What the fuck what is that tattoo on his neck? The MTV shit, right?"
I didn't even see that. Where's that at?
On the other side, look.
Incredible.
Randomly pops up last night on Action Bronson show. I go and talk to him, meet him. Had the most fun I had all night just chilling in the room with him. I didn't give a fuck about what he's about, where he's from. Me and him was talking. We was chilling. I said, "Yo, I got to get you on the radio." You know what I'm saying? You got to come by the radio station. I thought he was leaving today. He said, "I'm going to be here tomorrow."
Show tonight.
Boom. He got a show tonight in Brooklyn. I said, "Come through." You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what he represents, if he represents anything. Like, why do we have to
Gotta
put him in
represent
a
nobody.
box?
I don't gotta
or a
represent
genre.
nobody.
Like, we
I
let
can tell you, I don't know why I can tell you why me is because I'm hypersensitive to stereotypical black images.
Hey,
That-
I guarantee you, all the things that you done heard, I done had that same shit trying to
No,
shove down my throat,
100%,
and which is
100%.
why I don't like being around people, humans. I don't like doing that. I like having fun. Like I said, having fun, doing my thing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the same shit that you getting, I'm
Yeah.
getting on the opposite end times two,
Right.
because I'm getting the white people telling me, "Oh, you ain't da da da," and I'm getting the black people.
Look,
So
one
I'm
of my
getting from
best,
two
one of
angles.
my
That's
best
a lot.
friends,
See what I'm saying?
the
Yeah,
guy
that's a
that
lot.
put me in radio, his entire life worked at black radio stations, and he's white, and he's from New Orleans, and forever and ever was judged, right? Forever and ever, right? So that's why
He sound mad Southern black dude.
he just sounded Southern, right? And Southern, when you're mixed on a black radio station, all of a sudden you're trying to sound black.
Right.
He ended up with a black woman. He has a mixed child. Like, that's the world that he's in. He's in that world, which is why I started this conversation is from, I don't know what the world that you're from, but when I see a Spring Breakers or I get concerned about hip hop when we become buffoons, caricatures, and the butt of a joke.
But then you need to
Understand.
question
I
James
can see
Franco.
You know,
You need to
and
get
guess
on
what?
the writer of
Guess
that
what?
movie.
Guess
Right.
what?
Or the people who are perpetrating things that there are images that they just saw and want to.
Yeah,
be.
guess what? Guess who he saw the image from? From me. He wasn't copying no African American, black or whatever. He was copying me.
You
He
can
got
say
me.
black, it's cool.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying.
Cool, it's cool.
He copying me.
You say the N word?
I don't gotta say that.
That's a good answer. I like that.
I ain't gotta say that. I'm famous.
Don't,
I'm
and you
famous
don't have
enough.
to say
I don't
that.
need to get
That's
it.
right.
I don't need
You
to.
don't need that?
Like I said, I don't need to be in the human society and like how people. I know people say whatever. I don't gotta be around no society. I don't got to.
So how do you see yourself as like an MC, or do you see yourself as just like I'm styling, having a good time?
I'm an icon. I'm the neon icon. That's why I'm dropping the album Neon Icon, because I could stop doing music. I could still go back in my car and start freestyling and still do my shit. That's why I start.
You
that's
said
why-
corner.
No,
No,
car.
Car,
I could be
car,
in my Jag.
Yo, what
just
the
like I was.
fuck?
Yeah, chill out, man. It's
Yo,
even,
Yeah,
it's
yo,
very
son.
unfair though. You're a
Yeah,
little
he's-
unfair.
I thought maybe he was
it's
referencing
not-
like he was selling D on the corner.
He wouldn't
I
say
don't,
that.
I don't gotta be. I just said I don't like being around humans, so I'll be damned if I stand outside and let motherfuckers come up to me all the time.
I appreciate
I don't
that.
like that.
Yeah,
All
dude.
right,
like
so
people
selling
coming
things.
up.
let's talk a little bit music shit. So, what was the first thing that happened with you that you? I've probably been hearing your name for like a year, and Bird on a Wire was huge. You dealt with Harry Fraud.
Yeah, we got another song. With
You also got
Alchemist.
a group with Dirt Nasty, kind of.
Yeah. It's
I thought
we
it
do
was a
our
fun
thing.
group.
It's a very fun group, and we got a movie coming out, and it's a lot of money being made.
So that's not where your
That's
musical
not what
heart
that-
is.
If you look at that Three Loco, don't think that's not my
The
music.
name Three Loco is tight. It's you, Dirt Nasty, and who else?
Andy Milonakis.
And Andy Milonakis. That's
And
Three Loco.
It's fun, and we got
Wait a minute, one more time.
Him, Dirt Nasty, who was Simon Rex. Do you remember Simon Rex back in the day from
But Andy
MTV?
Milonakis was the little kid who's
On
actually
MTV.
a 40-year-old man.
Yes.
Who looks like a little kid but raps.
Yes. A super
was
big
funny.
hip hop head. Yes.
And he's a super big hip hop head, but he was doing it.
So they have a joke. You would describe that as sort of a
But I
jokey
don't
group,
think-
though, right?
Yeah, but I don't think I can't speak for everybody because I can always speak for myself. But I know him. He you know, there's time where he's writing and stuff like that. So he separates the music from the TV thing. The thing I like about Dirt and Andy, the reason I fuck with them, is because they aren't about drama, they aren't about violence, they aren't about none of that shit. They're about making money, and they're always thinking of some creative shit. They might call me at 11, 12 at night or early in the morning and be like, yo, I got this idea for this skit, for this TV show, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not, and I didn't have friends like that, you know? So now that I got friends
Creative
like that are
minds who
thinking
just-
like that,
Yeah.
that put me more in that world. Like, think of creative shit and make money and have fun and do shit like that. Like, it keeps me around. It keeps me around positive energy. So I fuck with them.
I'm gonna tell you what I like about Riff Raff in the hour that I've seen him around. The exact thing that I was telling you about that worries me about hip hop, this bland, no character. What are you? Like there was an artist I was talking to yesterday, nice guy, okay, so polite to the point that I'm like, are you even an artist? Like you're like a publicist. You're not even a rapper. Same thing I've gotten to like about Trinidad. So here's the thing, interesting, Trinidad shit. He's becoming less and less of what he was at first. And really the smart dude that is Trinidad James, everyone knows about it now. And now when you talk to him, he dresses crazy, but you really know Trinidad kind of does character and he's just an artist who paints this picture. This dude is this dude. Like if this dude was perpetrating a front, he's the greatest actor of all fucking time. Like this, and everyone's told me, everyone I've asked about him, I'm like, what's up with this Riff Raff dude? This is what he's like. Everyone's like, yo, Riff Raff's Riff Raff. Like that's what the dude is. So whether it's a character that makes you feel a little strange or not, I do enjoy that it's a real fucking character. At least in the hip hop world. I don't even know your music. I just know Burn on the Wire, which is crazy. Fraud did it, so you know I'm biased to that. But I enjoy the feel of it of what seems to be an authentic character.
The same issue I had with Trinidad James, which we addressed, and the same issue I have is this stereotypical.
Well, you don't like that imagery at all.
I don't like that.
I don't like.
imagery
You
at
know
all.
what?
So
I
then
don't
when
like it either.
Look, let me tell you something. When I see I remember I used to see Jimmy Fallon on MTV.
I don't like. Before you jump into, can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
I don't like it either, cause you know why? Cause then when motherfuckers see somebody like me, then they're thinking I'm like them or some like
Trying to be something
comedian
else.
parody. But if you go and if okay, I can see it from the outside. Okay, white skin, blah blah blah, whatever, jewelry, all that shit. Guarantee you go look at them motherfuckers. They ain't got no custom jewelry. That's why you think I got 20 motherfucking chains all custom? You think somebody who's playing around? Look at this. Nah, I'm not playing.
I mean,
I'm playing. Look. I designed this.
I understand where you're going.
I'm not trying to justify nothing.
takes it so
I'm not.
serious.
This is the thing. There's nobody who you can compare me to. That's what I'm saying. There's
Dead
somebody
serious.
There's somebody who you can maybe go get, and it looks like they're da 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 da. I have 93 songs. I did that. I perm pressed that for a reason. The reason I did that was to
Perm
show.
press? Not referencing perm press.
The reason I'm saying that is because nobody can copy my style. The reason I dropped 93 videos, somebody could try to go drop 93. I did that shit for a reason.
Now-
Motherfuckers can't go drop 93 videos and not copy nobody and not have no similar beat or similar sounds. 93, 1 year. All original
the,
lyrics,
look,
all
and
real
but
shit.
I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you this just for the sake of for the whole flow of the conversation. The appeal of fashion from, we'll call it the hood, has always been something that the world has loved, right? The idea of taking Adidas with no shoelaces or wearing your clothes in a certain way with a certain swag, right? It's always been something that's been appealing because when you're from, low income shit, you take whatever you got and you make it your shit. And because you gotta, it's all you got, you're gonna fucking own that shit. And your swag and your style and your confidence, all that's gonna come out. So I'll give you the fact that I think what you're doing is creatively expressing yourself through fashion and things that you like, right? And shit that you was raised around, and the people who influenced you, this is how they dress, and that's what you rocking with. I'm gonna give you that. My biggest concern was when I heard about it, I look at it as buffoonery, mockery, and poking fun. And then when people start to emulate you, it just resonates to another level of like, oh, word. That's
That is
how
a
y'all
scary
doing
concept.
But you gotta think, if I'm in a 1%, meaning that if there's a 99% of all the other people who are looking at it from different angles and they got their different takes on it, and oh, is he this, is he that? And then I've had even white kids come up to me after a show and be like, oh man, I love what you're doing, man. It's so funny, man. It's such a great joke. And I'm having my motherfucking people come around like, yo, man, keep this type of shit away from me. This ain't in my circle. This ain't what I'm about. But then I gotta retract, but I gotta keep it cool. I'm trying to keep my own
You want them to be
positiveness.
fans. You want them to be fans.
Exactly. I have to keep my fans. Motherfucker just paid for a ticket, bought my shirt and everything, but he's getting the wrong impression. Am I gonna sit here and chop it up to him and tell him that
Explain the whole shit.
exactly, or am I just gonna be like,
Thanks,
get him
man.
out of my VIP, or am I just gonna, you know what I'm saying?
So
I'm
were
going
you
through all
raised
that
around?
shit.
Were you raised around music?
Yeah, I'm raised around music, freestyle, all that shit. Swisher House, Michael Watts, OG Ron C was my first manager in Houston. Yeah.
So you've been moving through that Houston scene.
Of course,
When was
Mike
that?
Jones, Paul Wall.
How long ago was Ron C your manager?
Man, back in like 07, 05 to 07.
Oh, so you've been grinding this for like 8 years.
Yeah, Ron C, who knows? He's from Houston, he knows. I've been doing it, but this is the thing. I wasn't just.
So what was it like at
musician. I was
first?
just freestyling in the car, having fun, because that's the type of
So
shit
when
I
did you
like.
first start hitting stages?
Less than 2 years ago.
And what was the reaction like when you first got on that
When
stage?
I first got on there, it was nice because my buzz was just building. But ever since July of last year, every show been sold out.
What's
Oh,
the
you had
audience
to
like?
fucking scream last night.
Very mixed.
Very mixed.
Very mixed. It might be some white country cowboy type kids, and then the hood is, you know what I mean, black.
Do you do shows in like the South in black areas where it's like
I just went to Houston and sold it out, and I had the craziest mixed crowd that you could think of.
Well, that's dope.